Y'all know how we do. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one off in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat. 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 Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I see your one. I see your one. Thank you, Stash. At least I got a one. Okay, I see another one. We about to kick this thing off. Appreciate you all that have shown up so far. Welcome to the Intentionally Random broadcast, where the topics are intentionally random and randomly intentional. This is a December to remember. This month is dedicated to reflection, introspection, inspection, and redirection as we enter into the space where the closeout of the year is imminent and the new year is stretching in anticipation of our arrival. Today's topic is committed. We will be asking the hard questions concerning dedication, resilience, resolve, and revolution as we wrap our minds around the things that we want and don't want and bring clarity to consciousness. So join us as
Anthony's Too Real
and yours truly, Tina Mofer Show, as we attempt to continue to conquer the conquests of this holiday season with style, flair, and a touch of grace, with a glad heart and an attitude of gratitude. So if you will, lend us your ears, your hearts, and a little bit of your undivided attention as we attempt to jingle these bells of brilliance, deck these halls of dedication, and get this new year into gear with a glance of yesterday's Yelp review. Let's step into the real. Hello, 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 and hello again. So glad that you all have made it into the space this evening. As always, we won't be before you long. My channel, Ebony Ebo. I'm sorry, I didn't already told your name up instantly. Ebony, my channel is at Tina Mo 4, the number 4 show. At Tina Mo, that's M-O, show, S-H-O. Yeah. I forgot my own handle and forgot my own channel name. But yes, you'll be able to see me right then. As a matter of fact, you're a mod. You should be able to click on my name if you see it and go straight to that channel. I want to first of all thank you all for coming out tonight, hanging with us. Greetings and salutations, BOK Media, Life Food Freaks. So glad to see you tonight. I see you say you're going to try and catch this for sure, as in my King explicit in impersonation. Corey's World, thank you for being here. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chatmans. Sorry about that, you all.
Oh.
Tips take. I got your name right that time. Thank you for being out here with us tonight. Greetings and salutations. Stash Cash. As always, it is a blessing anytime you're in the building. I appreciate you. Welcome to the Chapmans. Lady Yo, Brit Family Fun. So glad to see you. Welcome to the Chapmans. That's me. Who else do we have? Ebony. I don't know if I properly greeted you, but greetings and salutations. So glad that you were able to make it out tonight. Welcome to the Chapmans, Melinda. You know, I'm so glad to see you. Anytime that's one of the panelists that I generally I've spent quite a bit of time with. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. Elevated Chills, who was the man of the hour for the past the first couple of months that I've been doing this. I'm so glad to see you as well tonight. Welcome to the Chapmans. And the Supreme Team is in the Motor Scooting building. Can't nobody say it like me. Hello. Supreme, so glad that you're here. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans and to the First Lady of the Supremacy Boardroom. I would like to offer my greetings and salutations to her as well. Don't know if she's here tonight. Don't know if I'm going to run into her name tonight, but I want to acknowledge her first and foremost as the chairman of the boardroom. Who else do we have here? I see Yolanda, Stash, Precious. I see you. Appreciate you much for coming out. I always enjoy and appreciate your support. Greetings and salutations and welcome to the Chapmans. Who else do we have here? Crystal. That's my homie right there. So glad to see you. Appreciate you for coming in tonight. Welcome to the Chapmans. Who else do we have here? Lala. Oh, every time I see you, you just make me smile because you're so positive. I love the energy that you bring. Listening from the bushes. I can respect that. Welcome to the Chapmans. Um, Anybody? Up. The king is here. Real odds and evens. So glad to see you here. As always, I appreciate your presence. Welcome to the Chapmans. Let me see. I'm trying to make it down to the bottom. Fantastic. And I see you. Appreciate you for coming in. Welcome to the Chapmans. I promise you, I'm trying to get to the bottom, and we ain't gonna be here all night. Though I'm speaking to as many people as I possibly can. For those of you all who have shown up tonight, I most certainly appreciate you. Micah, one day we gonna get you on the panel. One of these days, when you gonna slip up and they gonna see you um, up on the jumbotron with us one night. I appreciate you for coming in, hanging out with us. Welcome to the Chapmans. Corey, I don't know if I spoke to you already because I'm trying to run through these Chapmans, but I appreciate your presence. Welcome to the Chapmans. I'm making my way down, and y'all are saying a whole lot, and I appreciate all of the engagement. Trisha Nicole, and let me tell you something. Be so glad whenever I see you in the Chapmans. I support you 100%. Appreciate your presence. Welcome to the Chapmans. She's dealing with the baby. That's okay. I still sent my greeting, Stash. That's all. I'm not Stash. Pardon my just failure, horrible failure. Uh, Supreme. Again, as always, I salute your wife, even if she is dealing with the baby. Keisha, I see you. Appreciate you for coming in. Greetings and salutations. Welcome into the Chatmans. Let me see who else is in here. I'm going. I must be getting close to the end. I might be getting close to the end. There we go. Tino Damo level as far as reading the chat. Let me tell you something, sir. Don't come for me. Cause I know how to roast somebody just like you do. Uh, but with that being the case, I appreciate all of you all who have taken the time out to come in and hang out with us. Finally, we have made it down to the bottom of the Chapmans, and like any other time, Anthony's too real. How are you tonight?
I'm ready to find out how I can get committed, honey.
I know,
But
right?
I'm
Got it.
doing well. Thank you for asking. How you doing today, Tina?
Oh,
Well, this evening.
hey, we trying to make it happen. I'm in this thing, and I'm gonna stay in it. Pause until we get through, because I'm committed to the task tonight. Hello.
Pause and pause.
Now we already 11 minutes in, and we almost through. Just waving to the people. But check this out. I was sitting
What you?
back and I was thinking about the topic at hand as it
Mm-hmm.
pertains to committed, and a lot of those things I kind of hinted to when it came to um, the welcome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because when it comes to dedication, you always have to take a look at yourself and in how you actually see commitment, how you see what dedication looks like, what resilience looks like. All of these things come into play as it pertains to commitment, being committed to any task or any person, um, being committed to a theme, being committed to the overall theme of our lives. And so when I think about committed, um, I sometimes have to step back and ask the question, am I really? Because either you are committed or you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Either this is the thing um, that you're going to stick to, this is the
Mm-hmm.
thing that you're going to um, kind of tether yourself to in whatever way, shape, form, or fashion that may be. You want to be tied to and connected to this thing because you're in it for the long haul. You
Mm-hmm.
know, not just because everything is wonderful, not just because you're getting everything that you want to get out of it, but because you see the not just the potential of greatness, but you know that greatness lies in the process as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yvette, I see you. Appreciate you. I see you. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. I always appreciate when you hang out with us as well. But what do you think about as it pertains to committed? Because when we were talking, um, I didn't know what we were going to talk about tonight. And so in
Mm-hmm.
conversation, I'm talking about when we were talking the other day. In conversation, we ended up discussing some things about commitment and about being committed. And because of that, as a result of that, rather, you said committed sounds like the thing that we need to talk about. So what are your thoughts so far as it pertains to being committed?
My thoughts are, I'm just be honest with you. It made me really think. So this is when I had like this aha, like come to myself, let me check myself moment. Was
Mhm.
literally the other day when we was talking. I had just parked when I was about to go into the building. Um, I literally like was looking at that word committed right on the back of that semi truck in front of me, and I started like, and I was at a red light, y'all. I was like asking myself, like, I was thinking this in my head, like, am I really committed? Like, because I know what I want to do, right? Like with different things, like not just with my channel, like different like goals that I've like set personally, like in my life and stuff. And I'm like, when I think about it, like for the goals that I haven't met so far, I'm like, like why haven't I met the goal? And it's like, okay, am I really committed? Like when I was trying to lose weight, I did everything that I knew that I had said that I was going to do in order to lose weight, right? So like with my
Mhm.
channel, like am I doing everything that I said I was gonna do that I know can like help me get to like where I'm trying to get with my channel? So that's what I'm saying. Like with committed, like am I really committed? I had to stop and ask myself, like, am I really committed? Like that question that you just said. And even looking at the intro, I'm like, like some of those things I don't think that I have like really, like I'm gonna just be honest. When I sit back and like keep it 100 with myself, which that's extremely hard to do. It feels like it's hard to do, period. But these days, it's really hard to be honest with yourself. I was like, I'm not really putting in 100, and I know I'm not putting in 100, but I know I can be committed because I've been committed. We're on episode 19, so I know I can be committed. But I need to like make sure that I am focusing and committed to the things that I know I need to be committed to, like right now in this season. Cause I am what Tina say. I am. Co- what she said? What you said, Tina? Hold on, I wrote it down.
Oh Lord.
Wait a minute, where's my paper, y'all? When I find my paper, I'm gonna tell y'all Tina be diagnosing me. So y'all know when I talk to my therapist, I'm gonna be like, "Excuse me, how you feel about this? Based off of what you know so far, do you agree with this, sir?" Oh,
Who?
chaos, chaos, and that was so true. What did you tell me with that?
Oh, what did I tell you earlier?
Yeah, because I can't find my paper. It was something
Oh,
about
I know what I
chaos.
said. I was just waiting to see if you was gonna read it. I said you don't have a problem with commitment.
Hmm.
It's just about what you're committed to.
What I'm committed to, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay,
I'm gonna let you tell your own business.
that's it,
Uh,
y'all.
a real odds and even said, do you feel sometimes the commitment comes to you, especially when you flow and let go of fear and let it be? Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's the thing about being committed is that sometimes we can stifle our commitment by being so rigid, by
Mhm.
having the whole thing of, oh, if it don't fit into this box, or if I don't do the one and two, then it's I'm not doing anything. I'm not committed to the task, at hand. When in fact sometimes it's about finding that rhythm and pause, and allowing things to grow, pause. uh I can't stand y'all.
I
Y'all got
can't.
this pause thing in my brain. Now I can't move forward. But it's the thing about allowing things to come together organically. And in the process, you gain momentum. You're able to go forward and you grow from there. And so I completely understand and agree with that. Um, but I want to make sure that I acknowledge some of you all who have come into the chat since we've been talking just a minute ago. Coach, I see you. Appreciate your presence. Um, welcome to the Chatmas. Greetings and salutations. King Explicit, I see you. I appreciate your presence as always. Um, welcome to the Chatmas. Greetings and salutations, sir. T Brown, so glad to see you. I always appreciate seeing you. I appreciate being on your channel, of course. You're always giving us nuggets of wisdom, and I appreciate your presence tonight. Welcome to the Chatmans. Um, who else did I see coming here? That might be it. Now, if I missed you, oh, ABCM channel. So glad to see you. I saw you the other night. Matter of fact, I thought I saw you for the first time, I believe. Now, I could be wrong, but I think I saw you for the first time in prayer the other day. And so I'm glad to see you tonight. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the chat, miss. I appreciate your presence. Hope you get something out of this while we are rambling and rocking and rolling tonight. Um, it's a good ramble, though. We're not just shooting stuff out the side of our necks and, even though it might sound like it sometimes, with all these pauses. But other than that, so glad that you were able to come in tonight. Um, oh, Lady J is in the building. Hello, kiss from Jay. Appreciate your presence. So glad. And anytime that you come in to support, I appreciate it. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the chat. But back to what we were talking about as it pertains to commitment. One of the things the areas that I've had trouble in as it pertains to being committed is just the whole thing of just coming to the place where I believe that I want to be committed to this thing. Like I could be real standoffish. It took me a while to even start doing content. Um, as a matter of fact, I didn't start until August. And when I started, of course, I always give credence to you, too, Real, because you're the one was like, hey, I would love to do a show with you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. That right there opened up the door. But it was prior to that, where I was like, I don't want to be a content creator. I don't even see myself in that space right now. I'm like, I thought about some things. I had some ideas to come across my mind, but I hadn't made it to the place where I was willing to be fully committed. And so now that I'm in this space, I now get the opportunity to do some things that I've never done before, experience some things I've never experienced, but I've been committed to the journey. Um, the first month passed in August. September, I did the whole month of September without skipping a day. October, I did the whole month of October without skipping a day. And when it came to November, I did every day, with the exception of I didn't go live every time, but I did put up content every day. And so now I'm in December. I had to take a couple of days off though, because you all know, those of you all who don't know, my grandmother has been in and out of the hospital, and so I wasn't able to do the content like I normally would. But let me tell you something. Tina Mo is still committed to the process. Hello, and so, with that being said, whenever I find the time, to do so, and now I'm in a place now where you all are going to be getting some random things from me, where I'll be going live at a moment's notice at any time of the day, not just at night, which will add to. I'm not taking anything else away. I still have tea time with Tina Mo. I got an interview coming up pretty soon. Hello, somebody in the chat, Miss, you know who you are. But and that's tea time with Tina Mo. But I've been committed um out the gate after coming to the place of making up my mind that this is what I want to do. But prior to that, I was okay with just sitting in the bushes somewhere, or just supporting as someone that just watches content like I had been doing years before. Because I've been looking at stuff on YouTube for years, but I never even considered that I would be standing in this place and doing the things I do now. What do you consider to be an obstacle for you as it pertains to being committed? What commitment issues do you think that you've run across, Anthony's?
It be
What?
like commitment itself is
Oh,
not
commitment
sexy.
itself. Oh, okay. I
It's so sad.
definitely.
You know what it is though, Tina. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I'm like, it's just simply it go all back to a choice because I feel like it come from procrastination,
Hmm.
which I have gotten better in like some areas, but I need like that to like just spread across like my whole life, you know?
Hmm.
Like in some areas I don't procrastinate no more, but I just wanted to spread like butter across my whole life.
Hmm.
And if I can just like do that, I think I'll be like, it'll be better.
Hmm. I mean, I understand that. Whew, I mean, I have had some. Oh God, now I'm about to be
What?
vulnerable, and here we go.
You about to tell
I
your
have.
business?
Yeah, I'm
I was
about to
trying to
tell it.
find my bell.
I'm I'm about to tell it. I have found my place. I found myself in places where, I've been afraid of commitment, even when it comes to intimate relationships as well. Um, and for the reason being, I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to share that same space with someone. I don't know if I'm ready to dedicate my life to another individual, in that I'm there of a service to them. Because being alone for quite a while, it makes you a bit selfish. And I just like the space I'm in. I can do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And if I don't want to do it, I ain't got to do it. You know, and having that autonomy is something that I have cherished for quite some time. But that does not mean that I have not made it to a place in my life where I'm like, I have to reconsider how I think about things. Now, I'm easy to tell someone else, hey, don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to attempt to make some commitments. Put yourself out there. You never know. What may come your way, or who may come your way. But at the same time, I'm like, when you ain't got an answer to somebody, it makes it difficult to say, am I really ready to answer my phone because this individual is calling me? Am I ready to be in the space of, okay, let me put this down and go see to their needs? Um, and that relationship trump everything else. Um, and so I just take into consideration that, and when it comes to commitment, it's out more, of course, than those type of relationships. Yeah, yeah, Crystal. Hey, I'm telling our business. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. I'm just telling my business. But it's one of those things where once you find yourself in a space of I'm not ready to commit. A lot of times you can see it in other areas. It's not that um it's not that you can't commit at all, but a lot of times you have to put a magnifying glass on what is it that you're actually um afraid of, or what is it that's hindering your commitment in a particular space. Because while I could be committed to the kids, I don't have any children, so, I'm just using it as an example. I could be committed to the children. I could be committed to taking care of the baby, because if the baby cries, I need to go answer that cry. The diaper needs changing. I have to feed. I have to keep this thing alive, keep my baby alive. And so, with that being the case, it requires a kind of commitment that you wouldn't otherwise have if it had not been, this is a helpless situation. If I don't help it, it's gonna go awry and it's gonna get me in trouble. Beyond that, oh, and the fact that you love your kids, hopefully, or hope that y'all love y'all kids. Um, and in the space that I've been in, where I've taken care of a lot of children over the years, including uh, uh, my siblings' children at one point in time in space of our lives. And so when it comes to my niece and nephews, I've been able to watch them and watch over them, and to be in their lives in ways that others could not or would not be for a space of time. And so I think about that as it pertains to, we can find things that we could be committed to. We can find things that it's a lot easier. You could be dedicated to your exercise program. You could be dedicated to that job where if they call you, you're jumping up at a moment's notice. But there are other things and other places in our lives that we need to see that commitment, that we need to sharpen ourselves as it pertains to commitment and be dedicated to that thing, to see it through to its success. Because it's not enough to you to just be committed, just to say I'm here. That's just like people with marriages. Why do you just want to be there? Why do you just want to share the space with a person? You might as well just be roommates if you're not going to be dedicated to the success of that marriage. There are a lot of people who are together for the sake of, I'm getting my bills paid, for the sake of they keeping the lights on, for the sake of, I get to um, you know, uh wax, those what's the term I want to use, because I'm like, I gotta remember my whole mama is watching and listening right now. But you get to be with the individual in intimate spaces, and it has to be more to it than just that. Um, and so I just think about how sometimes we have to take a look and put a magnifying glass on what is it that we can do to become better in the spaces that we have in our lives. But what do you think so far, Anthony's, as you think about that? Like, I heard you say something about um you having to consider how you are as it pertains to being committed, commitment itself. But if it's one thing that I could say about you, is one of the first things that we know about you is how long you've been with your husband. That's 18 years of commitment right there. And how do you think you could take the principles of which you've learned as it pertains to your and your spouse's relationship and implement those things into other areas? Or do you think you can even see what you can glean from that?
Yes, I do. Thank you. Oh, that's a great. It's just you in these transitions. I be getting caught up in just like how you transition from like one topic to the next. But um I make a choice. That's what I've been doing for like 18 years. I make a choice. Because everything ultimately is a choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I just made that choice. So that's why I say it's just procrastination. It's just me like having to make the choice. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I want things my way, like I have to make a choice. It's the marriage, so it's like both of us. And like marriage, like people made marriage seem like it's like easy, but marriage is hard. Like it's a choice every day because like you got to think like well because like with ours okay so we have like a biblical marriage or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like me, him, and the Lord. So I have to like remember that it's just like not about like just him, it's like me and him, like the Lord taking both of us like and making us one. It's just a choice, you know? So like with everything else, I have to just make that choice and like show up even when I don't want to show up. So like even when I don't want to record and I know I gotta record. Like I just gotta do it. If I know like I got this goal and I gotta do this and I gotta do this. I told you tomorrow, like I signed another contract and I'll be having like other stuff I have to do now. So now
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to sit down and like just reorganize like what I currently do to like work that in. But I know it can be done, you know. I just gotta make a commitment and stop procrastinating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If it's one thing that I can say is if it's important to you, you won't procrastinate.
Right. That's true too.
Mm-hmm. If you think about it, if your spouse calls you and you could be busy, you could be in the middle of something, but at some point you're gonna stop what you're doing. Even if you don't answer their phone immediately, you're gonna go back to my husband just called me. Let me call him back right quick to see what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
That's commitment.
Mm.
Sometimes it's the little things that we do to let us know that we're actually more committed than what we think we are.
Mm.
Um, oh my lamb chops. So Tina, in words, you have set your ways.
That's not what I heard though.
Well, I'm glad that you asked that question. Have I set my ways? No, but I am comfortable. I'm very comfortable. And I say that I'm comfortable as it pertains to relationships, period, because I've taken the time to get rid of people I did not want in my life, to distance myself from people I did not need in my life. And I've taken the time to cultivate some relationships in my life, for the betterment of my mind, my spirit, and who I am as a person, who I'm developing inwardly. With that being said, I can't say that I'm prepared for one of those intimate spaces at the moment because of the work that I'm continuing to do right now. Because if a person was to catch me in the space that I'm in right now, I cannot say that I would be committed to them. And I don't want to start something I'm not going to finish. And so that's what I can answer to that. If you have a follow up question, by all means, please ask away. I'm an open book. I ain't saying nothing that I can't repeat. And so go ahead and let me know what you think about it in life, if you want to. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, Anthony's too real. Um, Lafita, I see you. I don't know if I spoke to you. I appreciate your presence. Welcome to the chat, Miss Key. I also saw you. as well. I know I spoke, but I still want to acknowledge your presence. Appreciate you for coming out and hanging out with us. Because we almost done. We almost finished. We ain't gonna be here long. Not too much longer. But I appreciate you for coming out and uh greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapters. Um, but yeah, back to what I was saying. As it pertains to Melinda, I see you as well. I don't remember speaking to you, but I do most certainly want to welcome you to the chat miss. Greetings and salutations. Um, it's the thing where you must be able to see beyond what you're accustomed to thinking about as it pertains to um commitment, as it pertains to being committed. Um, I agree. Marriage is real hard. No matter how long you've been married, you still have to work at it. And that's the thing about those type of situations where you're married, you're committed. You just stood before the Lord, before God and the congregation or the priest or the whoever, to let them know that hey, I'm going to be committed to this person. Um, and take me through there. Lord have mercy. Y'all are hilarious in these chatments. Let me stop looking. um, when it comes to marriage, I understand that it's hard. I do, in fact, understand that it is very hard. However, if you're not willing to work at it, if you're not ready to bring your best self into it and be willing to commit and stay committed, regardless to the downtime, the time of which things get bad, the things when things can get as just about as worse as they can get with outside of abuse and things of that nature. Um, if you're not committed, regardless, to see it through to the end, you may have to question: are you really committed? What are you there for? What are your intentions? What is your agenda? Why are you there? And I'm not telling nobody to get no divorce. I'm not telling y'all to sign no papers. I'm not telling you to resign as it pertains to your relationships. What I am saying though is sometimes we have to take a moment and have an introspective look at ourselves to find out what you're there for. Now, some of you all already know what you're there for. You're trying to get your bags, your bangles, and trying to get took through there, as Jay said a few minutes ago. But at the
Wait,
end,
wait.
I'm trying to lay it as plain as I can. Hello, somebody might be listening. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of people who have all these things in mind as it pertains to they just there for the happiness. They just there for the sunshine and the rainbows, and everything wonderful and tiptoeing through the tulips. But it's like, but what happens when, you ain't all that in a bag of chips and somebody got to be committed to you? Real Oz said, Tina says her words with the utmost dictionarial thoracic prestige. Even Shakespeare's ears would be uncannily aroused. Wow. I was not expect. I'm gonna have to start proofreading this stuff before I put it over here because I wasn't expecting that. Thank you, Real Odds. I most certainly appreciate that compliment. I try to say my words with clarity is because I hate repeating myself, and I most certainly don't want anyone to misunderstand what I'm saying. Um, Corey says, I need to commit to a workout regimen. I heard myself breathing heavy and snoring loud last night. It happens to the best of us. But hey, when you stay
Tell
committed to
that.
the cause, you can
I
get,
felt it.
you can get it all back, get snatched, as they say. Um, Key says, I have a commitment issue with starting projects and not finishing. I'm working on that issue though. LOL. I mean, and like I was saying to Anthony's a minute ago, it's the thing about being willing to evaluate what's stopping you, what's keeping you from holding on and staying dedicated, what's keeping you from doing the little things that will keep you involved in that
Mm.
situation, you know? Because everybody likes to look at, oh, I got to go out here and paint the whole house. And I'm like, well, start with the trim first,
Hmm.
you
That's
know.
me. I be over whooping. I be trying to over whoop. I need to just slow down. Like I can say with me is okay if I know I got like I need to just work on one project at a time, or maybe like two or three projects. I'll be like, you know what? I got all 10 project ideas in my head, and I'm gonna do all 10 projects right now at the same time. Lord help me.
I mean, I understand. I
I
do.
be stressing my own self out. What the heck? This is wild.
I mean, and I get it. Bat Mom, I see you. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chatness. If it's one thing that I could say, did I speak to you, Mia J? Mia J, I see you. I don't know when you came in. I don't know if I already spoke to you, but I want to speak to you again because you're my sister from another mister. So glad that you're here. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chatmans. Um, if it's one thing that I take into consideration with the example I just made about painting the whole house, how do you paint the whole house? You don't just take a bucket of paint and throw it on there and hope it land where it land. You go one room at a time. You go one wall at a time. You
Right.
go one piece of the wall at a time. I've never seen somebody paint a whole wall in 1 second. It ain't happening. If you do that, let me tell you what does happen. You're gonna make a mess. You're gonna have paint all on your floor. You're gonna have paint on the paintings. Is the paint gonna be all in your clothes, splashing in your eyes, and you got to go to the hospital because you got paint that in your eyeballs. You have to be able to or be willing to do things one small piece at a time in order to continue to keep the momentum to continue going. Because
Mm,
nobody walks a mile in a minute. No, I'm going to say it one more time. Nobody walks a mile in 1 minute, but they do take it that mile down one step at a time.
mm,
So a lot of times it's about making your first step and make it another step, not step two. Because all you'll think about, and oh, this is step two. I got 98 100,000 million billion trillion steps to go. No, it's just another one. It's just another one and another one
mm,
and another one. So as long as you stay with another one, eventually you'll begin to see the fruits of your labor. Eventually you'll get to see um, the outcome for the work that you've been putting in, even if it may not have been that big of a task in the one step that you took, but at least you're getting somewhere. I'm gonna look one more time into these chatments.
okay.
Um, Janice, I see you. I so appreciate your presence. Welcome to the Chapman's greetings and salutations. But we about to get on out of here. So those of you all who are late to this journey, who Shayla, hey, so glad to see you in the chat, Miss. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the chat, Miss. Your presence has just blessed me. Not that and not that everybody else. You know what? I'm not going to keep on throwing out disclaimers. What I can tell you is I love all of y'all, but it's some of y'all I ain't either haven't seen in a long time. This is my first time seeing you, or I see you in other places, and when you show up here, I'm appreciative of your presence. Thank you. Oh, come on, Mia J, and speak that word today. You're right. But the crazy thing is, we want the final results today. And that's where the problem lies. That is where the problem lies. And we find ourselves gambling, just being honest. We'll find ourselves gambling with the project and get to the point where um we get to the point where we give up because we've overwhelmed ourselves by throwing all the chips in on the first time we've made a step, on the first moment that we've made our first step, not knowing you still got several other steps to make, and you don't know how many steps it's going to be till you get to the end. But don't wear yourself out trying to make the project be finished now, when the project, the relationship, the dedication that is required is going to take you being there moment by moment, day by day, week by week, hour by hour, month to month, year to year, to get some things accomplished. And some things last a lifetime. Sackcloth Queen, almost got tangled up with your name. I see you. I appreciate your presence. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. And you've come in at the end. So if you don't mind, those of you and your buddies who like to come in to places a little on the later side, if you don't mind, please be kind and rewind, as I always say. Um, with that being said, do you have any final thoughts, Anthony? Because we about to get on out of here.
No final thoughts. You basically cleared them up for me. But what I was gonna say is when you was making your other point and you was saying about hey, like about putting yourself out there and that you hadn't, I was gonna tell you like that made me think like a few years ago, my boo had asked me one day. He was like, I was talking to somebody. And I think he said, why you don't be taking your own advice? It was something like that, right? And I was like, that's so true. Like, why I don't be listening to myself? I don't know. It made me think about that because I was like, if I just do what I know I need to do, or just follow what I know I need to do, I could just do it, huh? I really can. But yes, no final thoughts. That's it. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try and put this into work, and I'll let y'all know next Saturday how it's going, y'all. We'll see.
Be okay. Wait a minute. What you say? Wait a minute. You said I don't be seeing your comment. Jelly Bean, I saw you. Appreciate you. And yeah, because I saw you earlier when you said something. Not the Chapmans. Yes, most certainly the Chapmans. What else you say? Let me go back. You gonna make me go all the way back. You better preach. I say that too. Uh do I must I say amen when you say that? Do I need to say amen? I don't know. I don't know. Be okay. I love you, even though I just met you and became a member of your channel. Please charge it to my, I would say charge it to my head, but my head a little full. But on the other hand, if you charge it to something else, somebody else might pick up the bill. Yolanda, take care of that for me. You take care of my lightweight. You know what I'm saying. I'm just playing. Jelly Bean, I see you. I appreciate your presence here. If you would be so kind to rewind if there are some things that you have not missed as it pertains to these 49 minutes and some change. With that being said, thank you all for coming out. If it's one thing that I want to leave you all with, is this. Don't be afraid to come to the place where you're willing to take one step at a time. Coach Mean Ring, you're so welcome. And I appreciate you. Even though I don't know if I spoke to you or not, I've been seeing you, I've been seeing you. But I'm going to want to make sure that I acknowledge your presence. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. But what I want to tell you all is don't be afraid to take that one step. Whether that be, you holler at Shawty, or that brother, you know, whatever floats your boat. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's between you and whoever you with. Don't be afraid to take on that project, to fill out that application. Don't be afraid to live unapologetically, being yourself for a change. Don't be afraid to stop people pleasing. Don't be afraid of taking the steps to get rid of people that you don't need in your life, that you've outgrown. But be willing to take the steps that are necessary to make your life better. Even taking the step to pray, taking a step, read the word, taking a step to know God. Y'all know how I roll. With that being said, thank you all for coming out tonight. Antonice, appreciate you much. You've added so much tonight. Come on in here in this building with the committed, with the commitments in these chatments. Thank you all. I appreciate you. God bless you. And good night. Bye.
Bye.